Are these hooked in right now? My headset is plugged in. Oh yeah, it is. So the mic should be working, right? That's all connected. Oh, it's all wrapped. Here, let's wrap that up. These mics, how do they connect to the headset again? I wasn't there for that part. And make sure that the volume is up too for the two notebooks.
It's just gotta be in and on.
Should be on. Mic check. I got nothing.
You're kidding me, right?
How do these connect to the headset though? Camera? Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. I just made a sound, so yes, that's good. There we go. Awesome. Perfect. I got sound. Perfect. Check all of these. Mic check. Mic check. Oh, this one's on. These two are both on now. Mic check. Check.
This is me back.
Yeah.
Not back.
Mic check. Oh, this is on. It's just back on. Hello. Dude. So you gotta like go really hard into it. Now the mic's steady. This one's definitely clear though. These two. Nope. There we go.
How do I zoom in?
How do you zoom in? It's right here. So T, you zoom in, W, you zoom in. It's like on right there. Yeah, and just keep the ball on your sides, okay? Keep it like kind of like. If we're going this way, you want the bar.
I know.
Fantastic. It's just like when you film
How are they
back.
gonna see it though? How are they gonna see it? Like,
What?
people
See,
watch
oh, it's right here.
Ooh.
Whoa, crazy.
It's more easy.
Wild. But yeah, so that's what people are seeing. We got two mics working. The one, it's like super faint. Like, not this one. This one right here. Here, put on your headset. It's like you can hear it when I blow into it really hard, but if I'm just like talking into it, I mean, I have to be like right here.
Okay, let's get rid of that.
Okay. This is all like a tangled mess.
Can you just switch back and forth with Gabe?
I could, yeah, probably. I mean, honestly, you could probably pick us both up. I mean, Gabe won't have a headset, so we won't really be able to hear what he's saying. But we'll be able to.
We can. Here. Want to move your seat over a little more?
Like,
Yeah.
two seconds.
Your seat over.
Like right here, I'm getting picked up pretty well. And then, like, Gabe, if you just like talk. Hello. Like, yeah, you get picked up okay. Like, honestly, if I keep this right here, it's a little echoey, but like, when I talk again, hello. Yeah, you're there. I don't know. Put on your headset, so what you think?
Sorry, I'm splitting.
No, it's okay. Watch out, your stuff on the car.
Okay, what's the other mic that works?
Right. Wait. Hello. Nope. This one. Chicken hawks. Okay, so these ones are really good.
Check, here we go.
Like it works if I blow into it.
Don't worry about it. Don't. Let's get rid of that one.
Sick. And so this is like when it's right here. This is me and you. Honestly, we can both just kind of like.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Perfect.
So,
And I'll
do you
just,
think
like, move
you
it
could
close to you
flip
if
the
you're not picking
camera
up.
on us for this?
Yeah, Cam. So tilt the camera so it's on me and Liam and Gabe right now. Make sure that we're all in the shot. All right. Cool. And then see that they're on the computer there, Cam.
See?
W. See the computer? That's what they can see, okay? Get all three of us in there. Get all three of us. You can filter with this little black hand or two, okay?
I know, but then that doesn't get.
Fine, it's fine.
Okay, just get all of it. And if you just move it to whoever's talking.
Okay.
Are all three of us in there? Okay, Liam, just get in. Right here.
Okay. Do you want to start it off?
Sure, yeah. Okay, so Cam, see the transit, or yeah, Liam will do it.
Okay, 3. Should we wait?
Yeah, let's wait till after the national anthem. Yeah, it's like this is what me and Liam are hearing, and then like when it's about right here, like this is me talking to it from here. So it's a little more faded, but honestly, we could just like I'll do this.
Okay, well we
got this one.
Is that fan still on?
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God. Justice for all.
All right, here we go. Tech Air Busy. He wasn't willing to sing it himself. What a ball.
Jace, he's a little bit nervous, but I heard he's still getting practice.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Here we go. We'll leave the hot takes for the broadcast. Okay, wait, this is the wrong one.
Okay. Yeah, you press transition and then you'll press camera again on the bottom.
Just make sure that whoever's talking is on the
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Here, you guys do it.
Just hit it whenever you're ready.
We're
Go.
doing it now?
Yeah.
Yep. How's it going, Lakeland football fans? I'm Ben Ryan alongside here with Liam Bradford, Gabe Fugere here on my left. We're here to get ready for kickoff for this Lakeland High School versus Lake City varsity football game here at Corbett Field. So excited to get going with these guys. Start off, this is the first home game here for the Hawks as a home opener. Really stoked just to see what they're able to do.
Absolutely, and hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Lakeland Hawks football broadcast here with Hello Hawks. We're glad to be back out here for the 2023 football season for the Hawks, and we're here with a special guest, Inland Empire Media, Gabe Fugere, and we're going to do some picks. So without further ado, Gabe, who do you got in this game here? Lakeland versus Lake City, first home game of the year for the Hawks.
Yeah, well, first off, thank you for having me. I'm going to go Lakeland, and I'm going to call it 24-10. So.
Okay, now we got Ben.
Awesome. Well, let's see. Obviously, I got the good guys, Lakeland. Beating Lake City here, I'll say it's going to be pretty high scoring. We got 35-30, Lakeland.
And it's a clean sweep for Lakeland. I got 28-6.
Ooh, I like the confidence there, Liam, from the
Okay.
hometown broadcaster.
Now, we've actually got a few other games in the Inland Empire today. We got a game between Post Falls and Sandpoint. Gabe, who do you got in that one?
You know, I got Post Falls winning that one.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, choosing
Probably, I think it'll be a close game. We'll say 24-21, Post Falls.
I like that. Yeah, I agree with Gabe. It'll be a good, close game. Both those teams got a couple of dogs out there. I will stick with the reigning 5A champs, though, Post Falls. And let's see, I'll go 28-24, Post Falls.
Post Falls, 28-10. That's enough said.
All right. Here we go.
And then we also have a Coeur d'Alene and Rocky matchup tonight. And who do you have in that one? Former Viking, Coeur d'Alene Viking right here, Gabe Fugere.
I got to stick with my boys at Coeur d'Alene, so I'm going to say Coeur d'Alene beats Rocky 28-21.
Yeah, that's a good pick right there, 28-21. I think it's going to be just a little bit closer. I think it's going to be a little bit more of a defensive slugfest out there. I got Coeur d'Alene 15-12. Weird numbers, I know, but there you have it.
I do think it's going to be a close game as well, but I'll go Coeur d'Alene 20-17. Okay, and here we are getting ready to start this game. Well, we didn't have much different picks today. All three of us picking the same game, but we'll check back in every week this year with our picks and compare how we're doing. So without further ado, welcome to the opening game for the Lakeland Hawks. Battling the Lake City Timberwolves here, a game that the Hawks won last year. Looking forward to coming out here and getting their first victory of the year against a team that they're quite familiar with.
Captain's out here at midfield today. The most notable change out there for the Hawks is number 9, Hayden Benson, currently on the sidelines with his ankle in a cast. Really bad news for the Hawks. Benson did great in his varsity opener last week, against Preston. And this week we got Jace Taylor, sophomore, coming out to be QB1 for the Lakeland Hawks. So that's our main story of the day. We'll see how Jace does here in his first time quarterbacking here for this varsity team in an actual game. Lake City won the toss, and they will receive here to start.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Ben, but I'm extremely excited to be back out here for another season of broadcasting. You know, we got some good things to look forward to here with this Lakeland team, and you know, as always, we hope to put on a nice broadcast for the fans. So, yeah, it's gonna be a good first one to start the year, and Lakeland getting ready to go here against the Timberwolves, and we've got quite a good game coming up here, and I think this could go either way, but pretty confident in this Hawks team if they are able to play disciplined and good football out there today.
Absolutely, Liam. Yeah, I'm just so stoked to see what the Hawks will give us here. Lost a lot of seniors last year. We got a lot of young blood out here in this 2023 season, but I'm really just excited to see what the Hawks are able to bring in their home opener today. They had a great game against Preston over at Montana Tech last week. Showed their youth, though, you know. Quite a few penalties there for the Hawks. I know Coach Mike Schroeder definitely wanted them to clean that up this week. And so I'm just excited to see what the Lakeland Hawks will do here to open up their home season.
Yeah, and we actually caught up with Coach Schroeder before the game today, and he said that the keys to the game, 3 simple keys for the Hawks. Less penalties, as you mentioned. They had around 21 turnovers last week, so obviously you're going to want to not draw the flag as much this week. Also, as you mentioned, sophomore quarterback making his first start at quarterback, and it's just his second varsity game, Jace Taylor. Coach said if he's able to stay poised in the pocket and command the huddle, specifically calling plays in the huddle, that's going to be huge for the Hawks in this one, and as well, beating Lake City in the trenches, always good to have a good O-line game against a 5A opponent. So, and the kickoff is dropped here by Lake City, goes into the end zone for a touchback. Dropped on the kickoff there by number 18, Jacob Hill, the sophomore for the Timberwolves, and they will take over on the 20-yard line. This is a young Hawks defense out here after they lost quite a few seniors. Chase Burcham, Jameson Elliott, Hutton Hegbloom last year, and not to mention Cody Morse, who was out for the season. It's quite a few leaders on this defense that are missing. So it's going to be interesting to see how this Hawks team defends this year with such a young group out there. And we saw that last week with sophomore Jace Taylor getting 2 interceptions in his first varsity game.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this young group here on this defense, as Lakeland makes a great tackle there in the trenches, brings down number 5, Ike Johnson of Lake City. But yeah, I'm really just excited to see how this young Lakeland Hawks defense plays against a 5A caliber school. Obviously, they just got done with a pretty good showing against Preston, only gave up 1 touchdown in garbage time last week. But I'm just excited to see how they do here against a 5A caliber school.
Yeah, it's Lakeland's coming out with quite a bit of energy on this offense, and while Mike Schroeder does say that they're replacing quite a few guys on this team, this is a very tightly knit group, and they know what it takes to win, and they've been there before. They know what it takes to succeed. You know, Lakeland had a great season last year, went 7-3, so I think this team's only going to continue to get better as they get more experience.
Here we go, Lake City already with a quick 3rd and 7. It would be great here for the Hawks to start out with a quick 3 and out.
Under center. See Burmeister creeping up on the edge there. Might get a rush here.
Shotgun
Nope.
snap for Cherry.
And throws it over the middle for a first down, possibly. Looks like to be right around the marker. Might be a little bit short. Nope, they will move the chains. First down for the Timberwolves. Just about 10 yards there to the 35-yard line. And a nice grab there from Jacob Hill.
Yeah, Hill there just able to slip in between the linebackers in the secondary, get a quick slant grab, and just move these chains here for Lake City. It was a big third down for them early, not to get a quick 3-and-out this early.
Cherry under center hands it off, and tackled quickly is Travis Ostrowski.
Ostrowski on the carry. 5 power to the hot. Gain of 3, second down 7.
On 2nd and 7 here. What do you think the keys are for Lake City to come out here and get the upset win after they lost on their home turf last year to the 418?
I think right now for Lake City, they really need to just control possession, which they're kind of doing right now with some sweeps, some runs up the middle. We just saw that right there from Ike Johnson up the middle for Lake City. But yeah, I think they need to control tempo, hang on to the ball, make sure they win the possession game here against Lakeland. Because obviously I'm a biased hometown announcer here, but I think that blow for blow, I think the Lakeland Hawks are an overall better team here than Lake City. So I think the Lake City just needs to make sure they control the ball, and then obviously just don't let any big plays happen here on offense when they go on defense.
We see Gerald Diego in there at defensive end with a little bit of a hurt knee, so we'll keep watch on that. As out to the edge is Cherry picking up the first down. Got some room on the edge and was able to burst past the Lakeland defenders for the first down. Second first down in a row for the Timberwolves. They've got some good movement going here on first down.
Yeah, Avery Cherry, he does have some wheels on him, so the Lakeland Hawks will have to make sure that they contain that. Like you said, Gerald Diego, he went on Gerald's side right there on the left side for the defense. So we just got to make sure we contain Cherry throughout this night with our DNs here. We'll see how the Hawks are able to handle that.
Cherry under center takes the snap, hands it off to Ostrowski, who is driven back there. A nice tackle by Terry Davis.
Terry Davis, absolute freight train coming in there from the linebacker position. Totally makes a great tackle right there on Ostrowski for the loss. Great job there by Terry. He's one of those guys that was highlighted by Jace Taylor in an interview that we were able to talk about with him earlier. One of those dogs on their defensive side.
Yeah, and Hayden Benson really came into this offense. He had quite a good game in week 1 and looked like he was going to have a pretty good junior year out there. But, we see a wide open dropped pass there by Ostrowski, who's had 2 drops now, one on the kickoff and one on that pass. Not a great start. But, yeah, I think Hayden Benson getting hurt was a big setback for this team because he was kind of stepping into that role of being QB1, and this passing offense looked like it was going to be a little bit better than it was last year. As we know, the Hawks' offense was a little bit one-sided, a little bit run-heavy last season. And so their goal is to pass a little bit more. And it's going to be interesting with Jace Taylor out there in his first game at quarterback to see how the passing game does. But, what a tackle there. A huge hit laid by Jace Taylor.
That's our quarterback, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Got to play both sides of the ball. Great hit right there on Sing Sing Zoo.
The sophomore proves to make big plays and continues to show out there and causing the fourth down. And now we'll see him go out there as a QB1. So getting his team the ball back. Oh, no, are we...
Lake City's going for it here
Lake
on
City's
fourth
going for it on fourth
long.
and 11 in their own territory. That is ambitious.
Huge fourth down. I think we could see a punt here from the quarterback or something. Yep.
Okay.
There it is. A little bloop kick.
And a 20-yard punt.
Not bad for Lakeland here, starting on our own 42-yard line.
Interesting.
Great stuff there from the Lakeland defense. They gave up a couple first downs. Cherry was able to catch the edge on one of them and rush for one, and then he was able to connect with Jacob Hill on another one. But Lakeland's just staying strong, getting the stop there they needed. Great play from Jace Taylor coming in at QB1 right here. We'll see how this goes, ladies and gentlemen.
And you see Riley Sachs, the leader, coming off the field there, telling his guys to get in the game, be more accountable. And, that's just some of the leadership that he brings to this team, and it's going to be important.
Oh.
As we see a botched snap on the first play from scrimmage, and Taylor goes down. Oh, no.
Yikes. Not how the Hawks wanted to start their offense here. I'm sure Coach Mike Schroeder will not be happy with that start.
Oh, my goodness.
Exactly what you don't want here for your offense to start. Oh, gosh. We got 2nd and a mile. 2nd and 28.
Donovan Reynolds is a very good center, and you don't see that very often from him. So that's not very common. And 2nd and very long for the Hawks now as Taylor hands it off to Lovey Weil. Weil up the left sideline, getting some of those yards back after the botched snap.
Great play there by Lovey, just up the left side. Breaks one tackle, able to get a little extra room up there on the left sideline. Sets up, after that botched snap, what are you going to do? Sets up a quick 3rd and 20. And here come the Hawks again. I don't foresee them chucking anything deep here with the new quarterback. Like I said, they'll just run it again with Wild. This time he is met by a swarm of white jerseys. That'll bring up 4th and 22. And the punt team immediately comes on for Lakeland. Not what Lakeland wanted here to start their offense. Obviously that botched snap really just hurt the entire drive there. So obviously not a great indicator of what this Hawks offense is able to do there on that drive. But we'll see if Ezra Benson's able to pin the Timberwolves back deep in their own territory, and we'll see if Lakeland Hawks can make another strong defensive stop.
Benson has quite the boot back there at punter, so we'll see how much airtime and distance he's able to get on this one. First punt of the year at home, at least. Benson boots this one away, and a high kick going out of bounds at around the 30-yard line. 44-yard line. Spoke too soon.
Those kicks can be deceiving, man, when they go out of bounds in the air.
And the Timberwolves are going to be taking over here at the 45. Pretty good field position, and neither offense is able to get anything going on 3 punt drives both times for both offenses. So how do you think this Lakeland offense gets going? Do you think it relies on the passing game?
I think we just got to stay calm, stick to the game plan. Obviously there was one bad play, right? One really bad play that just screwed up that drive, and I don't think we got to worry about that too much. You put the pass behind you, you move on to the next drive and hope you don't get another botched snap. Because I think, like I said, Lakeland didn't really show its offensive potential there. As we get a little screen out to the left, not able to get it away. Avery Sherry showing a little bit of frustration right there after Zoo wasn't able to haul in the screen. But I think Lakeland offense just has to stick to the game plan and just know we'll be fine. It was one bad play. Like I said, put it behind you. Worry about it tomorrow, right?
We see Donovan Reynolds getting chewed out by offensive line coach on the sideline there. Never fun as a center. Speaking from experience, to airmail a snap on the first play of the game gives me flashbacks to the Seahawks-Broncos Super Bowl. But Cherry takes a snap here, hands it off to Ostrowski, who's had the ball in his hands quite a bit today and is thrown down.
Great tackle.
Really amazing tackle there on the play by number 8 for the Hawks. That is Clive Hobbs.
Clive, another guy who's just an absolute dog out there at linebacker. This Lakeland defense, like I said, they're pretty young. A lot of juniors and sophomores out there on the defensive side. But Clive's another guy who's just a talented athlete, good, strong guy. Makes a nice tackle there.
Cherry takes a snap, drops back, and a 7-step drop, and he's under pressure from Forsman and from Craner, and he just throws the ball away. And another 4th down coming up here for the Timberwolves, and the Hawks defense has not skipped a beat coming in here. Two good stops.
Yeah, another great showing there from the Hawks defense. Not a lot of D1 kickers out here who are chasing down quarterbacks. Owen Forsman's just that guy, absolute stud of a dude. Great to see him there on the defensive side. Obviously, his special teams are what's really important here for the Hawks, but great to see him as a two-way player.
Yeah, it was interesting when I talked to him. He said one of the reasons he likes playing defense is he likes to be violent and he likes to go out there and hit guys. And I respect that because he's he's going out. He's getting his kicks in, and he's the top kicker in the state. One of the best high school kickers in the
Cherry
nation.
actually throws this one. He doesn't just punt it away. Caught, but short. And that'll be just the Lakeland Hawks ball. So really, that's just another short punt. Lake City throwing in a little trickery there on 4th down. They set up again where the quarterback would punt the ball, gets it off the zoo, but luckily brought down right before the sticks.
2 interesting play calls on 4th down there, and hopefully we'll see the Timberwolves mix in a little more of that coming up here on 4th down. But I don't think the Hawks are gonna be falling for the trickery much longer. But interesting play call there on the first 2 4th downs of the game. 4th and not too short either. But as I was saying, you got to respect Owens out there. He's one of the best to do it at his craft at kicker. And then he also gets out there on defense and contributes just as well as anyone out there. So he's the definition of a dual threat, and he's very valuable to this Hawks team. As Taylor takes the snap, rolls right, he's under a lot of pressure and just throws it over to the sideline, and Roan Riley is not able to make the catch. Taylor was under quite a bit of pressure there, and nice job just getting the ball away. In his face was Preston DeMar, the linebacker for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, definitely good pressure there from Lake City. Lakeland has really got to make sure that they give this young, inexperienced QB1 and Taylor plenty of time on this O-line. This O-line has to give him some time, because otherwise Jace, just coming in, this is his first week playing quarterback since, junior tackle in middle school. So they got to make sure they give him plenty of time there behind him.
And the handoff there to number 13, that's Dylan Scott, the fullback, going for around 4 yards there. And we're going to have a 3rd and 6.
I'll be interested to see how this 3rd down goes for Lakeland. This is our first kind of 3rd and medium. And I'm just interested to see, because, you'd think they'd go to the pass game here. I mean, you never know with the Lakeland offense, but you'd think at 3rd and 7, we go to a pass game. And I'm excited to see what this first, drawn-up pass play is here for Lakeland, if we see one at all.
Taylor under center, you got the fullback and running back in the backfield. Hands it off to Lovey Weil. It's typical Lakeland Hawks running the ball on 3rd and 7, but not a bad gain there. It's stopped out of bounds. Now we're going to have a 4th and 3 or 4 here after the gain from Weil.
You got to think they're going for it here. I mean, the Lake City offense has really shown that they can't do much against this Lakeland defense. So you'd think that Coach Schroeder here at a 4th and 2, pretty manageable with our good running backs. As they take off Ezra Benson here, they go into a little bit of a jumbo formation on the line.
And I would guarantee you we'll see the ball get run here. Hands off to Lovey Weil, and he gets stuffed at the line, and that's
it's going to be close.
That's going to be close.
It is going to be close.
Lake City thinks they stopped him, but I think this spot is a 1st down, and yes, it is.
Yep, and the rest move the chains. Great run there by Lovey Weil. Puts his shoulder down. He gets the 2 yards that he needed. Moves these sticks.
And that's a 1st down for the Hawks that for a fact the Timberwolves aren't going to agree with that one, but with how close it is down on the field, all you got to do is put your shoulder down, as you mentioned, and Lovey did a great job of it there, just picking up the 2 yards he needed to, and just enough to get the 1st down. We got one wide out here. Looks like it's going to be another run. Power eye. And
fake
a fake toss, and Jace Taylor goes down. First sack of the game. That's number 31, Jericho Shaver.
Shaver there, just not fooled at all by the fake sweep. Obviously, he's the end on the left side there. Just missed by a pulling tackle or something. I don't know, but he's just in there almost untouched. Gets straight to Taylor.
Almost certainly a missed assignment there, because with how many guys they had blocking up the middle, and to see that play get blown up, it had to have been a missed assignment there. So we got 2nd and around 18 here. Taylor hands it off to Weil, and that's going nowhere. A 1-yard loss, and this is where I mentioned a little bit of that, how the Hawks are kind of a run-heavy offense. They're going to need to mix some passing in there, and we saw that. The pass game did really well last week in Game 1 with Hayden Benson in there at quarterback, and Jace Taylor's out there this week, and he's going to have to make some passes and complete some throws, because right now it looks like Lake City knows that we're going to run the ball, and it's not fooling anyone. Taylor takes the snap, hands it off to Weil. Weil up the middle, makes a few nice moves, and he's going to get about a 5-yard gain here. It's going to be 4th and long, and the punt unit's going to come out.
Wheel again on the carry.
Well, it's just been a whole lot of nothing here for both of these offenses. Really, even, yeah, I mean, Lakeland able to pick up 1 first down there. Lake City was able to pick up 2 on their first drive. Both of them are really struggling. It's just kind of a fight in midfield right now to move the ball. We'll see if Hayden Bensel will be able to pin the Timberwolves a little bit better here with some better field position with this punt. Here with about 2 minutes to go,
That
nearly
was
blocked.
Nearly blocked there, and a nice attempt.
Heck of a punt, though, by Benson. Gets fielded around the 10, fielded down there.
Cash Lund diving on the ball. What a nice attempt that was for Preston DeMar, the linebacker for Lake City. We've seen him disrupting quite a few times so far here in this first quarter. We got 1:35 to go in the first quarter of this one. And, Jace Taylor's going to need a little bit more help out there from his offensive line. And we mentioned that, the Hawks haven't had any penalties against them so far, which is a good thing because that was one of the keys to the game. But the other key to the game was to win in the trenches. And so far, Lake City's won that. Cherry takes the snap and hands it off. A little 3-yard gain there for Ike Johnson, the sophomore.
Once again, just highlighting that two-way play of Jace Taylor. Didn't even have time to put his gloves on. I saw him throwing them back to the sideline when he was running back. So QB Jace, he's got to be ready to come back in as a DB. So we'll see if that eventually ends up wearing him down. Run the stamina for both ways, 2 difficult positions, quarterback and cornerback. Arguably 2 of the hardest positions on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely. And Sherry gonna go with a little read option here. RPO, jumping forward and brought down. Combination tackle there from Forsman and number 30, Peyton Sardinia.
Brings up 3rd and about a yard.
Hawks gonna need a stuff here. The handoff to Johnson, bouncing up the right side, and it's going to be enough for a first down, and he does not want to go down. First down for the Timberwolves there. Nice little run there.
Good run there by Johnson, able to move the sticks. Really just a powerful runner, just kind of like Lovey Weil here back here for the Lakeland Hawks on offense, but just in the white jersey, right? Able to power it up the middle there for Lake City. We'll see if they just keep that going.
And we saw Lovey Wow running hard out there for the Hawks. He was given quite a few carries out there, and he does not want to go down as we have our first flag of the game.
Looked like a hold there on the backside.
And that one's going to bring the Timberwolves back 10 yards, a holding call.
And this is a good sign here for the Hawks. They're really trying to win this field position game right now as both of these offenses can't really get anything moving. So really good to have the Timberwolves pinned back deep in their own position here. Hopefully they're able to get the stop here and not let Lake City away with that penalty. Brings up 1st and 20. And that's the first quarter.
End of the first quarter. We got a 0-0 ball game here between the Timberwolves and the Hawks, and we'll be right back here with the second quarter. Coming at you here is Liam Bradford and Ben Ryan. First Hello Hawks broadcast of the season, and we'll be right back.
They're donating 20% of every sale that they make tonight back to Lakeland Butcher Club.
Which one are people seeing? This one or not?
Yeah, this is the premium. Sorry, that was kind of messy. What? That was kind of messy. It was kind of messy, but we got it up. Make sure the podcast is better. I'd be ashamed if I just hold it right now. It's just not been working out. Was Sam watching it? I saw her give you a thumbs up, but I'm not sure what it was about.
Europe is showing your love for the latest apparel from the Lincoln Ocean Market.
Huh?
Don't miss
Hello?
out on the ultimate collection of official hot gear.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The hats. Not at all. And only the vibrant.
We haven't been streaming this whole time.
You'll be ready to
No, we haven't.
have victory.
And we're back here for the second quarter of action, and a nice run there from Ike Johnson. Tackled there, and it's going to be 2nd and 15 after the holding call.
Second and 15 here for the T-Wolves, opening up this second quarter. See if the Hawks are able to get a stop here deep in Timberwolf territory. Another
And a
screen.
pass there, brought down a little bit before the line of scrimmage. A combo tackle there from Peyton Sardinia and Carter Scarcello.
And Ike Johnson finally gets a break here on 3rd and 12. We'll see if the T-Wolves decide to air it out with her back on the sideline.
And a rush there, avoiding the pressure as Cherry gets out of bounds, taken out of bounds by Ezra Benson.
Ezra escorted him there, gave him a little stare down afterwards. Ref didn't love it. Had a little quick comment for Benson, but that'll bring up 4th and about 7 here anyways. We'll see if the Hawks are able to finally do something here on offense.
So how would you say that this young defense is adapting to replacing a lot of the talented seniors that they had last year through 3 possessions of defense so far here?
I mean, like I said earlier, I think they just replaced talent with talent. I think they got a lot of young, good players here on the defensive side of the ball, both on the line and in the secondary. So I think that they've been doing a really good job of putting up with that as this punt. Oh, it gives a good Lake City roll.
I don't know if Lake City has a punter or not, because we've seen the quarterback Cherry out there on 3 4th downs in a row and has punted the ball away 2 of the 3 times. Interesting. And the Hawks going to take over here on their own 37-yard line, and we have yet to see a offensive completion yet. So looking to see if Jace Taylor can step into that role offensively. Looking a little shaky so far, but also that can come with nerves, and also he hasn't been getting a lot of time and hasn't thrown too many passes. So I think this drive is going to be the determining factor to see how the rest of this game is going to go offensively for the Hawks passing.
Yeah, this is definitely a huge drive here for the Lakeland Hawks offense. They need something to get going here. They've had a couple of drives to get the shakes out right, and now they got to start moving the ball. See what we're able to do.
Sweep to Ezra Benson on the end around, and he got a little bit of space there, picking up 7 yards. A nice little positive gain for the Hawks to hopefully get the momentum rolling.
Exactly what we just talked about. The Hawks really just need to start moving the football. And there it was, quick 7-yard gain there by Benson on 1st down. Hopefully that'll be a good indicator for the rest of the way this drive goes.
What do you think of the keys to this offensive line playing well with after losing Taylor Winklecotter and Preston Jeffs last year to graduation?
Yeah, I think that they really just got to step up with the guys they have, be really physical. Lakeland offense has always done a really good job of that with our O-line. It's just have a really physical, tough O-line. And I think that's totally true this year as well. Guys like Carter Vanek up there on that O-line that really just get the job done for the Hawks. Guys like Donovan Reynolds, really just dogs there on the O-line. So I think that they just need to, just like I said, play tough.
And we've got those difference makers that were so big for the Hawks last year. Hutton Hegblum, Thomas Calder, John Cornish, Chase Bertram, all those guys. In attendance here today, watching the Hawks, watching their former team. Good to see stuff like that. And as we see Lovey Weil out here trying to start a new brand of Hawks football, and he's running the ball quite well, picking up another first down there. And the last 2 plays, he's run for about 17 yards. Pretty good.
Yeah, great stuff there from Lovey. And like we talked about, that all just starts with the O-line. They got a great push up there, up the middle in the trenches, and Lovey's just able to hit the gap, hit it hard, break the first tackle, and get onto the second level. So great run there by Lovey.
We see this Hawks offense surprisingly not skipping much of a beat compared to last year after losing all those stud guys. We see Lovey Weil really coming into his job well as Ezra Benson going to continue to contribute for this offense on another end around, whether it's in the passing game or the running game. Benson is an absolute weapon. Rushes there to the 29, picking up a first down. And this Hawks offense has got some movement going here.
And like Sadie's got to talk about it with these Lakeland Hawks on the march, already well within 0-4 in field goal range.
Interestingly enough, this team has not completed a pass on the offense yet, but they are moving the ball courtesy of the running game. And, it's not looking like their running game is struggling much after losing 2 stud runners last year. You see Lovey Weil and Ezra Benson coming out here and holding their own.
Yeah, right. Now, they're definitely a couple of tough runners to replace the couple of tough runners we had last year in Thomas and John. But, this offense has really just stayed true to its colors, the run game. Obviously, we knew that would come a lot this week as QB1 Hayden Benson is out on the sideline here in a cast. So, I think the Lakeland Hawks, especially on this drive, is finally able to get some push up there in the trenches like we talked about and get this run game going.
Yeah, the offensive line has looked good on this drive. We saw that one pulling guard, Braden Thierry pulling to the right on the Ezra Benson end around. That offensive line, that's going to be the key to success for this offense. And we've seen it on this drive. This has been their best drive of the game, as you mentioned so far. And I think that's kind of the reason why, is that offensive line is buying some extra time for the skill positions back there. And we'll see if Jace Taylor's able to make his first completion. We got Benson and Roan Riley on his right. And Taylor going to hand it off to Lovey Weil once again. And Weil going to pick up 5 here on first down. And he is such a hard-nosed runner. He is tough to bring down.
Yeah, Lovey, absolutely just a tough guy, and we keep getting that push up the middle. I sound like a broken record, but we're winning the game in the trenches right now. And we just keep banging out these 5-yard runs, these 7-yard runs, these 4-yard runs. That's really what Lakeland offense is all about this year. Finally being able to make a dent in this Lake City defense. This has been a really big drive for them, like we talked about at the beginning of the drive. This was going to be a tone setter. And here it is right now as they're down inside the 25.
Taylor under center. Takes the snap. Fakes it to Weil, and the end around to Benson once again, and he's off to the races! Season, Ezra Benson!
And Ezra able to break in the TDs here on the home field here for Lakeland. Great draw-up play. Another fake to Lovey Weil. He's been going up the middle, smash most football. Lake City was ready for Lovey up the middle, and Ezra Benson was able to bring it around on the left side, use his speed, turn on the Rockets, and bam, Lakeland hits pay dirt.
And Forsman boots the extra point through. No surprise there, and the Hawks out to an early 7-0 lead. What a nice run there by Ezra Benson, just picking up speed. And, the fact that he can play both running back and receiver out there and be able to take handoffs so consistently and run for positive gains. We saw that a little bit last year, but I think that was just the tip of the iceberg. We're coming out here and we're seeing absolute nothing but production in the end-around game from Benson. So that's very impressive. We got 7:45 left here in the second quarter.
But yeah, that was really just a huge drive for Lakeland. Build some momentum, get this early lead against this 5A school in Lake City, and really just prove that their offense can get motion going even without Hayden Benson and his passing game. Really big drive there from both Ezra and Lovey. The whole line able to get some push for those guys. Gain some huge yardage here against this Lake City D, who's been stingy up to this point. Now we'll see how Lake City responds. I'm excited to see make sure the Lakeland defense, even with a lead, make sure they don't get lackadaisical, make sure they're still out there making plays, making big hits. We'll see how both of these teams respond after a score.
And talking to senior wideout Roan Riley earlier in the week, he said that the key to this game for the Hawks is going to be picking apart a relatively weak secondary for Lake City. And so far, as I mentioned, we haven't seen a completed pass, but I don't think that's really what the Hogs have needed so far offensively. They've been able to have success through just running the ball all different types of ways. We saw the play action there to Lovey Wild, the fake handoff, and then handing it off to Ezra Benson, have the Timberwolves defense quite fooled, and we've seen that quite a few times out here tonight. So the trickery for the Hawks offense not showing that they don't necessarily need to throw the ball. And how do you think this Lakeland team is going to perform against 5A schools, seeing that they nearly had the sweep against, they were 1 point away from having the sweep against 5A opponents last season? What do you think is going to be the key to performing well again this year?
I think it's just playing our game, sticking to the game plan. Obviously, these are bigger schools that we're playing out here, Lake City included. I think just stick to our game, the run game, another, more smash mouth football, use this defense, really just spread it out like we've seen so far in this game. And I think that the Hawks will be able to stick with anyone throughout this season. Really just no serious weak links on any side of the ball. So yeah, I'm excited to see how we match up against teams like Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls later on in this season. But so far, great showing here as Riley sacks. Heck of a hit. One of those real tough guys. He just loves to make contact. Riley right now buckling up that chin strap again as he just made it one heck of a hit. Just one of the toughest all-around guys here on this defensive, and definitely a leader.
We see a timeout called by the Hawks as they were struggling to get on and off the field. A mix-up there between Forsman and the defensive coordinator.
Gentlemen, get ready to break out the late arrows and join us at the Lakeland Booster Club Oktoberfest and silent auction on Saturday, October 7th.
And the Hawks defense is looking pretty unstoppable so far. What do you think Lake City is going to need to do to get some movement going? Because we saw those 2 first downs to start off the first drive, and then they've pretty much not gotten any movement since then.
Yeah, obviously, Ike Johnson so far has been a really big key for Lake City. They need to make sure that they win the war on the trenches so they can keep him moving. If not, they're going to have to open this up. They're going to have to start slinging the ball a little bit. We'll see if they're the first team to do that. Neither of these teams have really done that much. Lake City has dug into the pass game a little bit more with slightly more success, but really hardly any. So I think that they'll either have to figure out a way to win the war in the trenches here against this Hawks D-line and linebackers, or they're going to have to start slinging the rock. So we'll see what they're able to do. And false count.
Got a false start here on the
but luckily for Lakeland, Jaden Ross, number 80 of the Lake City Timberwolves, move first. Brings up a much tougher 3rd and 15.
Sardinia coming off the edge, bringing the pressure, and Cherry airing it out deep down the field. It is caught. What a catch! Man. Down the sideline, out to the 30. A nice play there by Jacob Hill.
Hill able to lose number 80 there, Cash Lund. Lund just got turned around. I mean, he was there step for step with him. But like I said, just got turned around and lost the football. Heck of a play there by Jacob Hill, able to just get open, and great ball there from Avery Cherry. Like I said, we're going to have to see if Lake City starts slinging the rock or not. Obviously, he's got the arm to do so.
Hand off to Uzdrowski. You see these Lake City Timberwolves, they've seen the Lakeland Hawks run an end around to their number 2 receiver. And so the Timberwolves try to mimic that there, but not as much success for Uzdrowski, who we've seen with the ball in his hands on quite a few plays here for the Timberwolves, getting quite a few touches already. This is the Timberwolves' first time in Hawks territory all day so far, as we have 6.5 minutes left in the first half. And Cherry going to hand off here, and running with a full head of steam there is number 35, Connor Peterson. Nice run there for Peterson.
Yeah, first time we've seen him really get much action with the ball there, able to get a good hard-nosed run up the right side. Looks like a pretty big dude down there, Connor Peterson, so he's able to take advantage of that and use his size to move the ball here. Brings up about 3rd and 3.
Not the typical build for a running back, but we saw that popping behind the line of scrimmage there with a full head of steam, and we see a trick play here. Does not go anywhere. The handoff to Peterson, and he handed it off on a reverse to Uzdrowski, who was leveled in the backfield. A nice stop there by the Hawks defense, and now it's decision time for the Timberwolves.
Carter Scarcello right there to just blow up that play. A little bit of trickery attempt there from Lake City, but no one was fooled, including Scarcello, was just right there to wrap him down.
And as soon as we see the Timberwolves offense starting to make some waves for themselves and march down the field, they get stopped immediately and got 4th and 7 here, and it's looking like they're going for it. They're a 4-down type of offense, going for it quite a bit, but as we see a timeout here, is this may be changed to a field goal, or they may just want to talk this play over one more time, as we've got 5:12 remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, this will be a really important 4th down. Great discipline there from the Hawks D-line to not jump there at the hard count from Lake City. But yeah, no, this is a huge one, you know. Lakeland either gets possession and gets the ball with about 5 minutes to drive down the field, score again, punch one in at the end of this half, or Lake City is able to answer the Hawks touchdown on their last possession. So we'll see, you know, if Lake City is able to throw a kicker out here and put one in. I mean, it's no chip in. It would be about a 40-yard field goal from this distance. So we'll see if Lake City decides to go for that, or yeah, I mean, on 4th and 7. I mean, you can't really punt from inside the 30.
Yeah, no.
So you'd think this Lake City offense will just, yeah, it looks like
Offense
they got Cherry staying out there, so it looks like they'll go for it here on 4th and 7.
Cherry in the shotgun. He's got Peterson in the backfield, but he's not going to be handing it off here. Dropping back. Reading his receivers.
He had time and missed everyone.
Overthrows there, and it looks like he kind of just threw that one away when he realized that number 21, Chase Walker, wasn't going to get open. And he overthrew everyone for the turnover on downs, and the Hawks are going to take over here on their 23-yard line.
Great stuff there once again from the Hawks D-line. Both Carter Scarcello and Carter Vanek there in the backfield, just giving Cherry tons of pressure. Had to just get rid of that one, threw it over everyone. The Hawks will start right here in their own position. We'll see if they're able to put another nice little drive together. 5:06 left here in the second quarter.
Taylor under center. We'll see if this will be the drive where we see our first Hawks completion. First play is going to be a handoff to Wild to the left side, and Levy Wild just picking up a yard there.
Levy Wild carry. Number 21, Chase Walker, making the stop in the middle.
Good stuff there from Chase Walker of Lake City, able to bring down Levy on that left side. Lake City really struggled containing the ends there on that last drive, what ended up leading to the 23-yard touchdown rush from Ezra Benson. So we'll just see if they're able to tighten down the hatches there against Lakeland. That'll be really key on this drive, especially if Lakeland can't start airing out the football. We'll see if they end up having to here with 4:25 and counting here in the rest of this half. Another run up the middle here this time. That's Wild once again.
Nice pancake block there from Carter Vanek on the 4-yard pickup for Levy Wild.
Pretty big 3rd and 5 here. I mean, really, if the Hawks aren't able to convert, Lake City gets the ball right back and probably right near midfield. The Hawks are only at the 30-yard line right now. And still plenty of time here, 3:48 and counting. for Lake City to make another play on offense. So we'll see if the Hawks are able to convert here on 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. Here comes Levy again. Ooh, not quite able to get to the line. Ooh. Not a bad spot, though. We'll see if we're able to make it. And boom, looks like the chains will move. All right, Levy Weil able to move the sticks here for Lakeland. Brings up a 3rd down here. Still in our own territory on the 34-yard line. 3:26 to go. Probably need to get about, I mean, you hate to be overconfident, but not that far into the Lake City territory before we're on Owen Forsman's field goal range.
And we know Mike Schroeder said he's confident kicking anything from 50 plus and even going as far as 60 for a game winner, which is almost unheard of in high school football. So just having that component out there in Owen Forsman's pretty amazing. But the Hawks have quite a bit of work to do if they want to march down there.
1 yard gain, but they're going to take it down now.
Second and 9 here for the Hawks.
Taylor on the play action, looked like he's going to throw the ball here. Throws it over the middle for
Whole lot
Ezra
of
Benson,
traffic
and
there.
the ball is incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Lucky
And
for
you
the
saw
Hawks that it found grass.
Taylor looking like a shortstop, throwing the ball off his back foot there. A risky toss. Lucky that one fell incomplete.
And Jace just faced himself with some more pressure on another pass play. Hasn't really been able to have a clean pocket yet so far, which Cherry has been able to have on the Lake City side of the ball. Good to see the Hawks are willing to try to integrate the pass game a little bit here. We'll see if they do it again on 3rd and 9. Taylor's definitely going to need some more time, though, if he's going to get off a clean pass.
Taylor in the shotgun here, dropping back.
Scrambling out right. There's no one. He's just going.
And he's not going to be able to find anything there as he is brought down at the line of scrimmage. And a 4th down, actually dropped for a 2-yard loss there. And as 4th down here, we're going to see the punt unit come out onto the field, most likely.
Yeah, I can't see the Hawks really sticking for it here. In their own territory, only a minute 55 and counting. They'll probably run it all the way down and call a timeout here as Schroeder's got some players huddled here with him on the sideline. But can't foresee anything other than a punt coming here from Lakeland. We'll see. But yeah, 4th and 10 in your own territory. Only a minute 38 with a lead going into this halftime.
So as we see this Hawks team still hasn't completed a pass, what do you think what do you think they're going to need to do in the second half to get the ball rolling offensively in the passing game?
Like I said, I think that Jace just needs a cleaner pocket, you know? I mean, I think that he's got a bit of an arm on him. The Hawks O-line just got to give him some time, you know? He hasn't really been able to get a clean throw off yet so far. Really, the only time he did have a clean pocket was when he scrambled out right. So, I think that he can make the plays at QB. He's just got to get some more time there in the backfield. So we'll see if the Hawks are able to give that to him in the second half here. Hopefully their defense can make a stop. We'll have to punt this one away from the 34. It's about a minute 30 here in the rest of this first half. So as long as the Hawks defense is able to make a stop, which they should be able to. Lake City hasn't been able to do much here on offense yet, other than obviously the one bust play out to Jacob Hill is a 40-plus yarder. And yeah, just make a stop here with a minute and a half left.
Yeah, I think Lakeland really just needs to, like you said, the offensive line paving the way for Jace Taylor. I think that he's not going to make the smartest passes if he's under constant pressure. So I think the key is to keep blocking for him and have him get more time to get those passes off, because we see he has quite a little bit of arm strength as Benson boots this ball away.
Great kick from Ezra Benson. Takes an amazing Hawks kick down inside the 20, down to about the 16. Awesome punt there from Ezra Benson.
And that's about as easy as it gets there for Kyler Bauer, just falling on the ball. What a great punt there from Roan Riley. Absolutely flips the field position, and now with just a minute 20 left here in this first half. The Timberwolves are going to have to try to go 82 yards to tie this game up.
Yeah, good stuff there from Ezra to flip the field. Hawks defense now just got to make a stop. Minute and 20 left. Shouldn't be that hard, but obviously never say never for Lake City.
Cherry didn't look like he was ready for that snap. Under a lot of pressure, just going to air that one out. And
Oh, man.
Riley nearly picked that one off. Roan Riley jumping up there and an incomplete pass. That was an interesting decision there, as Roan Riley looked like he was more open than the receiver on that play.
Yeah, great play there by Roan. Totally could have flipped the script on how this half ends if he was able to bring that one down. Really would have come down with that ball already in Owen Forsman field goal range. Yeah, Lake City definitely got to be careful here. I mean, obviously you want to try to do something when you're down 7-0 on the opposing team's field. But really, you can't be too risky. Here it is again.
Diego bringing the pressure.
Slinging another one. Nothing there for him.
And Roan Riley dropping the receiver. A great job there not to interfere with the pass and still lay in the hit, as we see. Riley has some words for the receiver as he gets up. Nice defense there on Jacob Hill. As you know, this Hawks defense has been torched by Hill once already. They're not wanting to let that happen again.
Yeah, good stuff there by Roan out there at the corner position. Really lost our two main cornerbacks last year, in Zach Kinkler and Jamo Elliott. Elliott graduating and Zach Kinkler no longer playing football. So good stuff there from Roan. This Hawks secondary has definitely showed out, even though they lost a lot of guys from last year.
And under pressure, he's laid down there, and that was nice defense as the ball was thrown away, nearly sacked there on the play. Terry Davis and Dylan Scott combining there for the near sack.
Good stuff there from the Lakeland Hawks defense. Quick 3 and out. Honestly, we'll see. Lake City's punt group hasn't really been able to do much. If the Hawks are able to field this one, maybe get a good punt return. With just 58 seconds left in this half, we'll see if the Hawks offense is able to do anything here. Hawks put no one back to return this one, though. They're just banking on the fact that Cherry won't boot it far.
No, this is what we've done every play so far, because we gotta play defense at least, and we've got Cherry in the backfield rolling out. Gotta punt.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
Well,
a 5-yard
within the 30.
punt. I have never seen that in my life. A 5-yard punt recovered by Riley Sachs. Didn't even make it to the first down marker.
And that's huge. I mean, one of the luxuries the Lakeland Hawks have is both great kicker and punter. Huge special teams able to open up the field with both Benson and Forsman. Within the 30 to start their play after a punt. Huge cheer for the Lakeland Hawks with 52 seconds left. I mean, you're not even only thinking field goal from here right now. Mike Schroeder's thinking touchdown.
Yeah, I guess we kind of take our special teams for granted, thinking about that was just an awful punt there, and kind of an oddity just seeing that one. It can't be a good feeling for the quarterback. Taylor throwing the ball up. That's a 50-50 ball for Roan Riley. And it looked like there was some contact, but no flag called on the play. And with 46 seconds left, the Hawks have still yet to complete a pass. 46 seconds left in the first half, that is.
Yeah, Hawks passing game really hasn't even been able to. Honestly, interesting to see a pass there. Like I said, Mike Schroeder was probably thinking touchdown. But really, you don't want to mess this up for the Hawks. You get ahead by 2 possessions here with 46 seconds left. Obviously, a guy who doesn't normally play quarterback in at that position might be smart here to just. I like the thought, touchdown, but might be smart to eat this ball here for the next 46 seconds, as they do here with a quick run to left.
The handoff to Wild.
He's able
Wild's
to blow it up, though.
Wild doesn't want a field goal. Wild wants a touchdown.
And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock at 40 seconds. Eat my words immediately. Never mind, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the 16-yard line. Might as well go for a TD, right? 40 seconds left. 4 downs to do it.
And how many teams do you see on the 28-yard line that confident that they're in field goal range at the high school level? That's what, a 45-yarder, and we don't even think twice about that. That's just what Forsman brings to the table. And I know I'm harping this Owen Forsman thing, but it's really a big deal to have a guy that can boot the ball from that distance, as the run to Wild's not going much of anywhere here, and that clock's going to continue to run. I wonder if the Hawks are just going to let the clock run out here and put 3 points on the board. As you see, Lovey Wild shoving Taylor towards the line of scrimmage there. They want to get a few more plays off. Taylor drops back, and we got a flag call, probably a holding.
Oh, man. Almost had Roan there, but yeah, looks like this one will come back. Good news for the Hawks is, like we said, we do have Owen Forsman. Heck of a kicker here with 10 seconds left. You'd have to think the Hawks maybe get off one more play or just play it safe and let Owen boot one in from here. Obviously, this will go back 10 yards. Should still be well within his range, though, as you talked about.
Yeah, I think they'll run an offensive play here and then call a quick timeout. But, the holding call there, unfortunate, because you see a nice ball there from Taylor, and Roan Riley, quite an effort there to haul that one in. Just wasn't able to make the play, but that one's coming back anyways. Back here to the 32-yard line. So as of right now, this would be around a 50-yarder, 49, 50-yarder, and
definitely a whole lot harder.
We know Forsman's able to boot those through, but it's no chip shot for any kicker. We see Taylor under center here on the long second down, just going to hand it off to Lovey Wild, get a few more yards, and that is huge. And I believe there may be a face mask call on the play. Schroeder calls a timeout with 3 seconds left, and that could be huge, adding an extra 15 yards onto the end of that run. Looked like Lovey Wild's face mask was grabbed there.
And this will be huge here for the Hawks. I mean, make it just a chip in for Owen, or if you want to go for the touchdown, you could go for.
I say they kick it.
Definitely kick it.
Gotta see if it's a holding call or face mask.
If this is a hold, that could put a whole damper on it. Looks like we're moving in the Lakeland direction, which is what we want.
Face mask, defense. Yep. So Lovey Wild's face mask was grabbed on the carry there.
Ooh, decision time for Mike Schroeder.
And the Hawks defense is going to move in, and we see Owen Forsman running out onto the field, and the kicking unit going to look to put 3 on the board for the Hawks here. And just personally, you see the most heartbreaking game that the Hawks lost last year was that 14-13 close one at home to Coeur d'Alene, and they could have won that game had they cashed in on all their opportunities when they were in field goal range with Owen Forsman. And I think that Mike Schroeder might be thinking about that, thinking that he's got to get points when they're available, and he's going to send Forsman out there to hopefully give the Hawks a 10-point lead before halftime.
Yeah, absolutely a smart call out right now to bring out the kicking team. I mean, you're 10 yards out. Obviously, the explosiveness of Benson and Lovey, you never know if you can punch one in, but you definitely just want to take the sure 3 here with Owen Forsman. Not that it's totally sure here, but from quick 32 yards, Owen's pretty cash.
Riley Sachs has got to lay the ball, and
boom.
It is good. A 10-0 lead for the Hawks here. End the first half with a 10-0 lead against a 5A school at home. And a good half here in the first home game for the Lakeland Hawks. And we're going to be back. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. What a half for the Hawks. And we'll be back here.
Go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half here of Hawks football. And before we start the second half, we've got a special edition, a special interview. We caught up with Hawks starting quarterback and cornerback Jace Taylor during the week.
Sophomore Jace Taylor here with me. Got 2 picks in week 1. He's starting at QB1 and here in week 2. So, obviously, how does it feel to have so much success in your first varsity game and get 2 picks on the first half?
Well, I was nervous taking the field first, but after the game came, I got more comfortable. I stayed patient. It was a time to pick that quarterback up.
How do you think you're going to keep that type of performance up, specifically on the defensive side of the ball?
I like to trust the guys. I think it's kind of stressful coming back to the team, but I think we're doing all right filling the spots. We're still weak in a couple, but I think we can keep working and getting better. I think we are progressing though towards that again.
What do you think are the keys to performing well when you're such a young team?
Again, trusting each other. I mean, honestly, it's just getting to play with each other more, understanding how we play as we get older and progress. But I mean, yeah, just trusting each other and knowing each other's game.
Jace Taylor here with me. Got 2 picks in week 1, and he's starting at QB1 and here in week 2. So, obviously, how did it feel to have so much success in your first varsity game, getting 2 picks out there as a sophomore?
Well, I was nervous taking the field at first, but as the game came, I got more comfortable. I stayed patient, waited for the perfect time to pick that quarterback off.
Okay. How do you think you're going to keep that type of performance up, specifically on the defensive side of the ball?
I got to keep trusting my guys. We got some dogs, Terry Davis, Dylan Scott in the middle, Riley Sachs, the ball hawk. But yeah, just trust them and keep playing my game. I think we'll be fine.
What's it like filling spots with some of the seniors that we lost last year in the secondary, and how do you feel the team's bouncing back from guys that graduated?
I think it's kind of stressful coming back with such a young team, but I think we're doing all right filling the spots. We're still weak in a couple, but I think we can keep working and getting better. I think we are progressing though towards that again.
What do you think are the keys to performing well when you're such a young team?
Again, trusting each other. I mean, honestly, it's just getting to play with each other more, understanding how we play as we get older and progress. But I mean, yeah, just trusting each other and knowing each other's game.
Okay, and then obviously after Hayden Benson hurt his ankle, you're coming in as a quarterback in week 2. So how are you feeling coming in as the leader of this team on Friday, being an underclassman, and how do you think you're going to step into that role?
Well, I'm a little nervous, but I think I'm going to do exceptionally well. I'm still trying to learn most of the plays. I got most of them down, but I'm still trying to learn a couple of them. But I think I can step into the shoes and do a job that needs to be done.
What do you think are some of the things that you're going to struggle with in your first game as a quarterback?
I think I'll struggle with some of the play calling and probably just the pressure. I think I'll struggle a little bit with pressure, but I think I'll be all right.
Okay. And what do you think keys to having a good personal game at quarterback and then on defense?
Definitely staying positive and I guess stepping up to the role and stepping up to the challenge and occasion. So I'll just have to lock in and be ready.
All right. Is that anything else you want to add?
Roll Hawks.
And sorry about the technical difficulties that we had there. Hopefully you enjoyed that interview with our very own Jace Taylor. And we have just 2 minutes till the second half kicks off. We'll be right back. Actually, we're going to check in on some scores around the league today. We've got the Coeur d'Alene versus Rocky game. How's that one going, Ben?
Well, right now, not looking good for Coeur d'Alene High School, down 9-0. It's their home opener on that new artificial turf. Haven't been able to get much going offensively, obviously, but we'll see if they're able to turn it up in the second half. Our other game across the IEL, we got Post Falls versus Sandpoint. Sandpoint jumped out to a 14-13 lead to start it, but Post Falls was able to punch in a touchdown to end the half. So now Post Falls went into half up 20-14 over Sandpoint. That's a heck of a game, as we knew it would be. And obviously right here, Corbett Field, 10-0, Lakeland Hawks.
Yeah, Lakeland, looking pretty good coming out here against the Timberwolves. Very similar to what they did last year, just dominating defense, and the offense is good enough to get them by with a win. So far it's looking good. And what do you think are the keys to finishing this one off in the second half for the Hawks?
I think, like you talked about, I think it's just our defense, man. I mean, obviously, as soon as you get points, you just got to make sure the other team doesn't score and you win. So I think the Lakeland Hawks really just have to make sure they keep Lake City's offense in check. Obviously, we don't want to give up those big breakaway plays like Lake City was able to get a couple of in that first half. And just keep Lake City's offense under check, because they did a great job of that in the first half. But obviously, fatigue starts to set in a little bit, and you start to, you got a 2-score lead now for the Lakeland Hawks. You can't let up whatsoever, though, because this Lake City offense will just come out firing. Quarterback Avery Cherry for the Timberwolves showed that he has a bit of an arm, and he's ready to sling it. So the Hawks definitely can't get too lazy on defense here in the second half.
And we saw that run game, while the Hawks were handing the ball to Lovey Weil almost every play, they were still able to get quite a bit of production from him. He ran for 50 yards in the first half, and Ezra Benson was also able to rush for over 40 yards in the first half and was able to put a score on the board for the Hawks with that 24-yard end-around touchdown in the second quarter. So this Hawks offense started out a little slow, but looking like they're picking it up a little bit in the second quarter, and hopefully they're able to continue that in the second half. As that defense, as you mentioned, has just been stifling that Coeur d'Alene or Lake City offense, and haven't been able to do much with the ball so far.
Yeah, we'll see if Lake City is able to make those adjustments to Lakeland's run game here after halftime, or if Lakeland, it'll be more of the same and they keep winning the game in the trenches. Really interesting drive here for Lakeland. I mean, you score, you go up 17. That's got to be really heartbreaking for the Timberwolves. On the flip side, though, if Lake City can get a quick stop, quick 3-and-out, get a turnover or something, quick start this offense. So key drive here to start this second half for both teams.
Yeah, I think the way Lakeland starts off this half is going to determine whether this one's a blowout at the OK Corral, or if it's just a close league game and that Lake City's going to be able to battle. And with Lovey Weil taking this kickoff to the 30 here and burst forward with some energy. Nice tackle there by Lake City, but the Hawks able to capitalize and get some good field position here off the short kick. So starting the ball at the 30, not bad, and we're going to see what this offense has in store. As you mentioned, no completions in the first half. Going to look to be a little more balanced here in this second half, because they didn't have any trouble running the ball.
Did you just start giving coaches hot burgers in the game? During the game?
And here we go. Jace Taylor first snap under center here in the second half to sweep out to Lovey on the left side. Lovey will break it for about 4 yards.
And a nice pitch there from Jace Taylor. That's an underappreciated art in the game of football. It's easy to over or under pitch a guy with that throw, but a nice toss there from the shortstop, Jace Taylor. Taylor under center here on second and medium. Hands the ball off to Lovey Weil, and Weil's jersey getting dragged down off of him, but he's able to pick up 4 on the play.
Tough run there by Lovey. Not really a lot of room. Able to still pull out about a 3-yard gain here for the Hawks. And whistles being blown out here on the field. Looks like on the far side there, though, there's a Lake City player on his back. Coaches and medics checking him out.
Third and short here for the Hawks. What are the odds they pass the ball here?
Yeah, not great. On third and long, you usually have the Hawks running the ball. So you think here on third and short, they either find Weil up the middle once again, maybe another sweep outside to Ezra Benson. I'd like to see him stay involved here in this Lakeland Hawks rushing game. So we'll see here.
Beware of the fullback dive up the middle with Dylan Scott. We saw that in the first half that he got about a 4-yard gain. So as we see Taylor coming here with multiple hard counts there, and Lovey Wile's legs are tripped out from under him, and he goes nowhere for the stop.
I don't know about nowhere, though. He got about 3 yards on that one. He was just pushing, and bang, he moves the chains.
Wow, I spoke too soon there.
That is the third time Lovey Weil smash mouth 2-3 yard run to move the chains. Just barely got there. Like you said, his legs just didn't stop moving, and he just kept getting forward, found those sticks.
Lovey Weil fooled me there. He hit a brick wall coming out of the line of scrimmage and then just kept churning those legs. Didn't need much, and he was able to get the 3 yards. That was deceiving.
A little bit of personnel change here for Lakeland.
2 fullbacks in the backfield. You don't see that too often. And are we going to get a legal shift called here on the Hawks? Going to set him back 5 yards here for the 1st and 15.
Coach Schroeder won't be thrilled about that. Obviously, like we talked about last week, one of Lakeland's biggest problems with penalties. And another one there that'll hurt a promising drive, but we'll see if the Hawks are able to bounce back from it right here.
But I do think they have been, that was one of the 3 keys to the game for the Hawks, was to limit the penalties, and I think they've done a pretty fantastic job. Only 1 flag against them in the first half, if I'm not mistaken, and that's the second flag of the game called there, and they had over 20 in their last game, so a big difference coming from last week into this week. They're playing more disciplined football, and I don't want to speak too soon, but I think that's one of the reasons why they have the lead so far in this one.
Here we go, 1st and 15 here for the Hawks.
Taylor under center, handoff to Lovey Weil. We've seen that quite a bit today, and Lovey Weil with a full head of steam, picking up 8 yards. What a great run there by Lovey Weil.
For real, you could really see Lovey's just explosiveness there. As soon as he gets the ball, bam, he takes off. And 8 yards in the blink of an eye right there.
Mentioned Lovey Weil rushing for 50 yards in the first half, and he also ran for 184 yards in week 1. And that running game's bouncing back from losing quite a few good running backs last year, and just seeing Lovey Weil filling that hole so well for the Hawks. And just such a hard-nosed downhill runner. As you see Braden Thierry picking up the block for him there, and he loves it as Lovey Weil jumping forward for the first down, and that has got to feel good. Lovey Weil just a difference maker for Mike Schroeder's offense. Taylor under center, just past midfield here. The toss to Weil, and Weil's got some room to work. And Weil's going to push forward for near the first down marker. Is going to pick up about 8 on the play. And Lovey Weil is just absolutely having a day.
Yeah, number 23, getting his number called, absolutely stepping up to the challenge here. Tons of runs right here in this possession, and it's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. As long as Lovey's willing to keep chugging ahead here for the Hawks, I think Mike Schroeder's going to keep going to him.
3 8-yard gains in a row for Lovey Weil, and he has 49 rushing yards on this drive alone.
And there he goes again for another 5+ yard run. Picks up the first down. Gets it down to the 36-yard line.
And I know we mentioned before the game that we were interested to see how this running game is going to compare to last year's dominant run game, and I think we found the answer in Lovey Weil.
Absolutely. Lovey Wile's just been chugging along. This is a great first drive here from Lakeland. Like we talked about, controlling possession was going to be a big key for both teams, and Lakeland has absolutely been able to do that on the legs of Weil. As there he gets stopped a little short of the line of scrimmage as Lake City is finally able to find an answer. But they've been able to burn 5 minutes already here in this third quarter, and just sitting on that 2-possession lead already. Right around Owen Forsman field goal range. And yeah, the Hawks has been really a defining drive here, just taking control of this game in the second half.
And Lovey Weil is over 100 yards for the second week in a row, and there's 6:50 remaining in this third quarter. That's quite significant. So what a performance so far from Weil. And he's just getting started. As Taylor rolling out, finally buying some time. And what a
Had
catch!
a man open.
Incomplete pass.
Waved away there by the lineman.
A great effort there on the play by Landon Burmeister. He almost made that play. That was quite an effort there from Burmeister. Just came up a little bit short on the pass from Jace Taylor.
Yeah, good stuff there by Landon. Jace finally, he booted out right, was able to have a little bit of a clean look at a pass. Just not quite able to get it right where Landon Burmeister could catch it. Landon, like you said, had a great effort to try to haul that ball in. Couldn't quite get there. Brings up 3rd and 10 right here on the borderline of Owen Forsman's comfortable field goal range. We'll see what the Hawks are able to do.
Yeah, as you mentioned, that was his first clean pass in this game, and they're gonna need to open up some more holes for him in the backfield if they want to complete some passes. But offense is moving nonetheless, and flip back there to Clive Hobbs, and he is chugging, brought down. A nice 5-yard gain there from Hobbs, and it's gonna bring up a 4th down, and we're gonna see our second field goal attempt from Forsman in this one.
This one will be a little bit more exciting, coming in at right around, what do we got?
49-yarder here.
49 yards.
This would be Forsman's career high in game, but we all know he has the potential to kick 60-yard field goals, so not too worried about this one here.
Boots it away.
Boots it.
Absolute beauty.
And you do not understand the value that Owen Forsman brings to this team. An easy 49-yard field goal. Cleared the uprights by about 15 yards there. Owen Forsman is the difference maker for this Hawks team.
Yeah, we were harping on it earlier, and there it is. Great example of Owen just being able to step up, help this team out with his great leg. Easily puts in a 49-yarder. You don't see that a lot from high school level kickers. That's why he's a D1 level athlete. And just love to see it from my guy Owen. And here he comes out to boot away the kickoff after that one. He has to feel good putting that one in for 49.
Sorry about that.
Great drive there for Lakeland. Obviously, would have liked to see him hit pay dirt, but nice kick from Owen to finish off the drive and stretch this lead out a little more for the Hawks. Out to 13. Zip. As Lakeland just keeps trying to take control here in the second half.
And the Hawks had that one touchdown scored by Ezra Benson. And the other 7 points on the board are all courtesy of Owen Forsman. Pretty incredible to see such a dominant kicker in high school. As Lake City returned pretty decent there out to the 22-yard line. As we see Jacob Hill successfully receiving that kickoff and out to the 22. As Lake City's going to need to get something going quick. We know the Lakeland offense is not completely throttling the ball down the field, but Lake City's going to need to do something quick to get some type of movement going because Lakeland's been shutting them down defensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Lakeland Hawks have been able to make up for just some mediocre offense from tonight with just some stellar defense. 13 points isn't great, isn't terrible. Like I said, just pretty right down the middle. But boy, the Lakeland defense has been able to do a great job holding this Lake City offense to just not much. As Johnson able to take the run up the middle for about 5 yards here to start out this drive for Lake City. But yeah, this Lakeland defense really just has to stay on their game, and they're sitting pretty.
Mike Johnson's done a pretty good job weaving in and out of tackles in this game and not going down, but Lake City's going to have to do a better job buying more time for him, because we see nearly every time that Cherry drops back, he's got 3 guys in his face, and more often than not, that's been Owen Forsman back there. And Forsman delivered a blow there.
Kicks a 49-yard field goal, comes out and just throws his shoulder there into the back for Lake City. Good stuff there from Owen. Brings up a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3.
Yeah, he combined with here's Cherry. Hard count and a false start call. It seems the Hawks knew the count better than the own offense did there.
Once again, just a great show of discipline here from this Hawks D-line. I know that Coach Schroeder definitely preaches that, and his whole coaching staff definitely preaches that to the Lakeland Hawks. You don't move till the ball moves. And there have been multiple instances tonight where Lake City's gone on the hard count and either false started themselves, just gotten nothing out of it. So good stuff there from the Lakeland Hawks. Absolutely underrated quality here in football.
Such a disciplined defense. Yeah, quite amazing, actually. As we see Cherry dropping back and so much pressure in his face as Craner nearly sacked him, but he's able to connect. Once again, a nice play by Jacob Hill.
Clive Hobbs just not quite able to keep up with Hill's speed. Luckily, Hill gets almost immediately wrapped down, but that was a heck of a throw and catch here for Lake City. Hopefully jumpstart their offense here in this 3rd quarter.
A 16-yard gain on 3rd and 13. Pretty effective there for the Timberwolves. And Cherry hands the ball off to Peterson, going nowhere. Met by a line of Hawks. And it's going to be back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 here.
1970s face mask football at the line of scrimmage.
Lake City's offense getting a little bit of movement here. Do you think they're going to score on this drive here?
I mean, I got to believe in the Lakeland defense. They've done it this far. I think they can keep it going as Cherry with a little bit of sweep. Oh, man, he finds some room right as I start talking.
First down run there, 10 yards for Cherry. And
they are moving the ball here.
Lake City's offense, or Lake City's sideline getting hyped up here as you see hopefully some type of life from their offense as they've struggled so far in this one, but we got the ball at midfield here. You have to think that you got to put a touchdown on the board here if you're the Timberwolves.
Yeah, right here for Lake City, this is a pretty key drive. I mean, Lakeland just had another scoring drive, and Lake City just needs to put some points on the board right here. It's 13-0. Cherry takes it again himself. Wow, the Hawks really got to start containing that quarterback sweep. So he gets another 9 yards, almost down to the first down. Brings up easy 2nd and 1 here for the Timberwolves. But yeah, Lake City, this is a really key drive for their offense. Just to do something. I mean, they're still quite the ways away from the goal line. And from what we've seen so far, their special teams hasn't really been getting it done. So you'd think for them right now it's touchdown or nothing. But we'll see if the Hawks defense, this is really like the first well-put-together drive they've seen. See how they respond to that. It'll be exciting to see.
Yeah, Cherry showing poise back there despite all the pressure he's been getting in this one, as that's the end around to Uzdrowski picking up 12 there on the end around for the first down. And Lake City's marching. This is just their 2nd time today in Hawks territory, so they're looking to capitalize because they can't walk back to the sideline with another 0. Oh, and Cherry bobbles the snap. And Lake City able to fall on it. The running back Peterson there making a nice attempt to keep possession for the Timberwolves, but that could have been bad.
Man, good heads-up play there by Peterson. Really heartbreaking for the Hawks. You were hoping, oh, there it is. There's how we end this drive. Peterson able to fall on it. However, that mishap will cost them for sure as they were marching down this field. Now brings up 2nd and long. We'll see if the Hawks are able to capitalize on that and get the stop.
Yeah, definitely not looking for a 4-yard loss there. But Cherry throwing over the middle. Looks like his receiver slipped over the middle and an incomplete pass. We've got 3rd and 15 coming from the 34-yard line. And it's going to be interesting to see what the Timberwolves drop here because, as you mentioned, it's touchdown or nothing right now.
Yeah, really, Lakeland got bailed out there by that botch snap earlier. Like we said, Lake City was finally hitting their groove, finally getting their offense going. And then that just happened, brought them back 5 yards, forced the pass play there where, Cherry's guy, Jacob Hill, who's been money all night tonight, just slipped before he could make the catch. Now forced into a 3rd and long. We'll see if they're able to make another play. Cherry under a lot of pressure. Oh, gosh.
And Dylan Scott takes it down. Ezra Benson
nearly out the pickoff. He's shaking his head. He wants that one back because, man, that might have gone for 6. Ezra might have seen pay dirt for the 2nd time tonight on the other side of the ball here. Great stop there, by Lakeland. We'll see.
We see Cherry arguing with the sideline. They want to go for this one, and it looks like they probably will on 4th and 14 here, but Lake City not really been able to get anything going as we saw we thought we might see some type of movement here, but then, Cherry's got Ryan Craner and
Dylan
Scott
right in his face. Good stuff there by the Hawks D-line to just blow up that screenplay. Ezra Benson right there almost to pick it off. We'll see if we see another quick punt. Looks like Cherry's just going to take it himself. Gets escorted out to the sideline there by the Hawks. Luckily no late hits put on, and bam. That'll switch possession. Once again, you see the discipline there by the Hawks defense. You saw Cherry just get escorted out of bounds. No late hits there on the sideline that could have destroyed that play. And just good, smart football there from the Lakeland defense. We'll see if the Hawks offense can continue to try to put the nail in the coffin here, extend this to more than just a 2-possession game.
Taylor under center. Hands it to Weil, and Weil is driven. Absolutely
not
driven
what they
back
needed
there.
here to start this drive.
Good thing for forward progress that's only a 4-yard loss there, but Weil was absolutely driven back there. Lakeland Hawks going to need to actually, no, they'll probably run the ball here. I was going to say they need to throw the ball, but
hey, you never know, man. We'll see. But obviously, like we said, if it ain't broke, but don't fix it. We don't got a single wideout right now. We got jumbo position in 2nd and long, and bang, it is working.
Lovey Wild's incredible. This offensive line has done a lot better job this week, and Lovey Wild's down on the field.
Oh, yikes. Problem here for Lakeland as we've got number 68, Braden Thierry, hobbling off the field. Senior leader on that line. Really blows up big holes. Heck of a lineman. He hobbles off as we have another Lakeland player down here in the middle of the field.
Lovey Wild looks like he's getting stretched out. Possible cramp here. Getting a little deja vu to John Cornish getting cramps on the field as our running back last year. But
yeah, you hate to see it. Obviously part of our game here, but Lovey, so many carries. And it looks like he'll be okay as he kind of jogs off. Like you said, probably cramped up. Especially because John had last year, I don't know if you were watching Lakeland football last year, but last year John Cornish had a great 1-2 punch in Thomas Calder. Mm-hmm. Lovey doesn't really have that with anybody. We got Ezra Benson as a wideout.
Clive Hobbs here, running back.
And Clive's a heck of an athlete, but Lovey just gets so many touches, man. It's got to be hard to just stay healthy and just take a beating every single play in and play out. But he'll jog out this cramp and hope for the best for him.
And we'll see what Hobbs is able to do to, kind of fill the shoes of Lovey Wild out there on the field. Not going to be as explosive, but Clive has definitely quite a bit of athleticism and the ability to
the ability to get some yards for the Hawks offense. As you see Lovey Wow getting stretched out on the sideline there. He's probably not going to be out for too long. As the Hawks are going to let the clock run out, and this third quarter is over. A 13-0 lead for the Lakeland Hawks. Nothing on the board for Lake City, and they've been able to get absolutely no movement offensively. And as we take a slight break here, going into the fourth quarter, 13-0 lead for the Hawks. When we come back, we'll see if they're able to hold that lead in the final quarter. Hawks offense back out there to start the fourth quarter, and the snap is fumbled, and it's recovered by the Timberwolves. Oh no! Recovered there, number 21, Chase Walker, and just what Lake City needed 4 seconds into the fourth quarter, and we've got a turnover in Hawks territory.
Yeah, like you said, just exactly what Lake City needed, just what the doctor ordered for them, exactly what Lakeland did not need. Only bright side is Lovey Wow luckily gets some more rest time now on the sideline, but not great for Lakeland. Right as we were just starting to put this one away in this fourth quarter, Lake City gets the stop, gets a turnover. We'll see if their offense is able to capitalize like they haven't been able to all game. Lakeland's defense now up to plate. We'll see what they're able to do.
Cherry in the shotgun, as he has been all game. Hands the ball off to Johnson. Johnson looking to make something happen here. Picks up 3 yards on first down. We've got another Hawk down with a cramp here.
Dylan Scott making the stop.
Boy, just another Hawk down. Can't quite tell who it is yet, but really just hate to see that, you know. Obviously, football, a very physical game, especially the way both these teams are playing right now. Hope the best. Hope for the best, obviously. It was just a quick cramp like Lovey Wiles was, and won't be any major.
I think that's Riley Sachs.
Like Riley.
Yeah.
Like we talked about, one of the toughest guys I know, you know. He pops right back up, looks like he's jogging. Also another cramp. Another guy who's in there every single down, just taking a beating, giving a beating, and a heck of an athlete. I'm sure Riley will be okay, but definitely need to rest up here for a minute. I mean, laid quite a hit there on that last play, so I hope he's all right.
Lake City's got to capitalize off of that turnover here. They've got no choice in the fourth quarter. They're going to need to move the ball downfield here. Is a big play upcoming here on 2nd and 8.
Yeah, this is going to be a big one for them for sure. Like you said, they've got to start moving the ball somehow. And if that wasn't going to kickstart their offense, then nothing will. Here it is.
Cherry completes the pass, and it's caught by Jacob Hill up the left sideline for the touchdown. A 47-yard passing touchdown to Jacob Hill.
And Jacob Hill once again getting open. Cherry just lays out a beautiful ball for him. Lake City's definitely been able to dip into that pass game more than Lakeland's been able to. And bang, there it is. Lake City gives us a ball game here with 11:15 left in the game. Finally back on the board. We'll see if Lakeland's offense, with a couple of battered pieces, is able to come back and answer.
How important is it on the future drives for Lake City for the Lakeland leaders to really step up? You know, you got guys like Carter Vanek, Riley Sachs, although he did just come off the field. What do you think is going to be the keys to coming out there and defending Lake City better than they did on that drive, as the extra point is no good?
That's a big one, ladies and gentlemen, because that means the extra point must be good on the next one if Lakeland isn't able to punch in a score here on this drive. And the fact that they missed that one means they might have to go for 2 and go for the win. That can be a big game changer here. I know it's only 1, but that extra point means a lot here to this game.
And as I was saying, what do you think the impact that these leaders are going to play on the defense moving forward?
Yeah, like we talked about, this is a pretty young defense, so leaders are sparse. But like you said, there's some guys that definitely have stepped up into that role this year. They're going to be huge. They got to keep this team together. Like, all right, yes, we just allowed our first touchdown on the home field this year. But other than that, really, other than that drive, Lake City hasn't been able to get much going. And really, our defense was put in just a terrible spot there by the turnover. So our defense just got to keep doing what they're doing, play tough, hard-nosed football, and just trust in themselves. They'll make the stops, they'll make the plays, and just not get too panicked, not try to play too panicked, and just keep playing their game. Like we said, up to this point, they haven't even allowed a score, and really that was just set up by the Lakeland turnover. So they can't hang their heads. They got to go back out there. Also, definitely they got to start containing Hill, right?
Oh, yeah.
Jacob Hill, man. He has received, I don't know, close to 100 or over it, but he's done a heck of a job here for Lake City. So Lakeland's definitely got to keep their eye on him.
Yeah, 2 big catches in this one from Jacob Hill. That one a touchdown. So you see Lake City not going away easy here as Lovey Weil back out on the field, returning this kickoff, and is going to get it to about the 27.
Lovey showing he's all right to the fans by doing some push-ups there after getting hit by 4 guys. I was even looking at him a little bit worried. I was a little bit like, oh, man, Lovey, I hope you're all right, man. He just, had a little bit of cramping earlier, took a big hit there from 4 guys, gets up, does some push-ups. He's all right.
Asserts his dominance, as we've seen Lovey Weil all game absolutely tearing apart this Lake City defense. And it's good to see he's not too banged up after that cramp, as you mentioned. Jace Taylor under center. What will they do? Another handoff? No.
Oh, no, this time
to Lovey Weil. And Weil picks up the first down on the right side.
Good stuff there from Lovey. Nice little play action. First completed pass for Lakeland of the game.
Yep.
Heck yeah, Jace Taylor's got his first throwing yards of the year.
Hey,
it comes to the first down.
It comes right there. That's I don't know. It's a good pass from Jace Taylor. A nice little check down, simple, and Lovey Weil able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, good stuff there from Lovey. Like we talked about in that kick return, showing some life now, and he's fired up and ready to go and make sure that Lakeland is able to put these Timberwolves away here with 11 minutes left in the game. Really hope that they're able to take up some time, hopefully put some points on the board here with this drive. Here comes Lovey again. Oh, yeah, Lovey.
And he is chugging. A 10-yard gain for Lovey Weil.
Comes back just firing on all cylinders there from his cramp on that last drive. Great bolstering here for the Lakeland Hawks, already back into Timberwolf field position. Hopefully you just able to keep that going. That cramp doesn't flare back up again. Lakeland's able to just keep rolling these Timberwolves.
Yeah, Lovey Weil's really had no problem in this game, running all over the place, well over 100 yards now, and he's really the difference maker in this one. Taylor hands it off on another end around to Benson, and this time he's going nowhere.
Yeah, good stuff there by the Lake City defense, able to contain Ezra Benson. We talked about that coming into the second half, how much better they're going to have to do containing that edge because they didn't do a great job in the first half. Good stop there by Lake City.
And we'll see if Lakeland's going to be forced to pass here on this possession. See if Jace Taylor going to air the ball out a little bit. As we have a play action here, Taylor dropping back. He is going to throw it.
He's got him.
Caught. Landon Burmeister.
Landon Burmeister, absolute stud. Gets into the open field. Just past the sticks. Great throw there by Jace, man. There we go. 2 catches, 2 straight throws. Go for completions. Lakeland's starting to move this ball. It's a good drive. Here comes Lovey once again up the middle on the right side. A good hard-earned 4 yards right there by Lovey. So he keeps just chugging along. This Hawks offense, this is exactly what they needed to respond to that Lake City score there. Good long drive, mixed in some runs and passes. That's exactly what we needed to see from these Hawks. Yeah, they're looking really good right here on this drive. Hopefully they're able to find the end zone once again.
Yeah, only 9 minutes remaining here. The clock ticking down against these Timberwolves, and they're going to need to get a stop here, but it can't be easy with Lovey Wild just running the ball down your throat. As we got two fullbacks in the backfield here. The handoff to Lovey Wild, and this is such a run-heavy offense, but it's almost impossible to stop as Lovey Wild running for another 4 yards there. We got a crucial 3rd and 4 coming up here. Luckily, we are within Owen Forsman's range. This would be about a 50-yarder. As we have seen him kick a 49-yarder out there today, so he's certainly capable of it, but they'd love to get a few more yards here. Not going to happen. Lovey Wild's met at the line.
Like you talked about earlier, though, how crucial that earlier field goal was to end that first half instead of just going for that touchdown and risking it. Because once again, it'll be a 2-possession game if Owen Forsman's able to come back out here and put this field goal thing through. And he's staying on the sideline right now. Ooh.
Interesting call here for the Hawks in a one-possession game.
Looks like they're thinking about it. And Mike Schroeder calls a timeout.
Yep, they might just be trying to draw the defense offsides, and we've got a timeout called by the Hawks here, and almost,
and Owen's ready to go.
Forsman coming out onto the field. This will be around a 50-yard field goal. So
48, yeah.
Similar to the last one.
But we just saw that he could do it. I bet he'll do it again. Put it through with ease last time from 49. Owen Forsman, this is a really key one here to push this back to another 2-possession game. This would be huge here for the Hawks if Owen splits the uprights once again.
Yeah, and there's no level of football where a 49-yard field goal is a chip shot, but it almost feels like that, and it highlights how special of a kicker this guy is, because not only do you have to be accurate, but you have to have the distance, and he's certainly got both.
This one, a much, much easier 46-yarder. 3 more yards here for Owen.
Yeah.
From the right hash with that left leg. I know Owen likes that right hash, so we'll see if he's able to put this one in. Bam. Booted. It's a bomb.
Good.
Oh. No good. Wide
waited.
Right. Man, that's tough. Had plenty of distance. Owen just pushed it right there on that right hash. He'll just have to shake that one off and play some defense now as Lake City. 1 touchdown and an extra point away from that, from tying up this ball game. 7:38 left. Extra point being the key words in that sentence, Liam.
Yeah, I was really looking for the distance there, making sure he got it, and he got it by about 20 yards, but just a little bit to the right, not able to push it through, and not able to capitalize there. But Hawks defense is going to have to get a stop here and not let Lake City drive down the field and tie up this game.
Yeah, we'll see how this Hawks defense now responds after, a good drive from the offense. Owen's just not quite able to put in that pretty deep field goal like we talked about. 46-yarder. There's no chip shot.
Cherry hands it off to Uzdrowski, who's played some receiver and running back in this game. We see another Hawk down on the field. Did not like to see this. Might just be another cramp, who knows, but an injured Hawk down on the field. This may just be Riley Sachs out there again. No, it's number 4. That's
we got Terry Davis. Another hard-hitting athletic dude for the Hawks. Looks like he'll also be all right. Attrition starts to set in for these guys game in and game out, or every single play. They're just, bashing heads with the other team every single down, especially tough physical guys like Terry, like Lovey, like Riley's a great stop there.
Nice tackle there by Dylan Scott.
Yeah, Dylan Scott, Will Pete, just right back down there. putting down that Lake City running back behind the line of scrimmage, brings up a 3rd and 6. This is a big 3rd down here for the Lakeland Hawks. You have to think that right now, especially with the way the Timberwolf punt game is going, barring any huge penalties or turnovers here, this is 4-down territory for the Lake City Timberwolves.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They've treated this whole game as 4-down territory, so I don't see why it would be any different.
Cherry
with the game on
up
the
the
line.
middle, busts it.
Brought down by the last Lakeland defender
defense.
is Ezra Benson as the last-stitch effort to bring down Cherry. That would have been a long one had Benson not gotten the shoestring tackle, but Lake City getting some yardage and another injured Hawk.
Yeah, once again, I think fatigue just setting in for these guys. I mean, like we said, they're taking hits every single play. Hoping he's all right now. I'll let you know who that is as soon as we get it.
Man, quite a few cramps plaguing the Lakeland defense here.
Obviously, you're grateful that's all it is so far, but really hope this guy's all right and be able to get up and going and playing again.
And standing up is number 99, Ryan Craner. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Appears to be another cramp. Hopefully that's all it is. But a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And Ezra Benson needs the crowd to get loud. Hyping him up a little bit. As here we go. It's another sweep here for Lake City.
And Uzdrowski is
hit.
brought down by Clive Hobbs. And the combination from Burmeister.
Yeah, good
Nice
stuff
play
there from Landon and Clive, just on the team-up tackle there. Able to make sure that sweep goes nowhere as Lake City's in a little bit of a hurry-up mode here with 6 minutes left to score.
Cherry fakes it
himself
the end around
again.
and takes it himself, and he's got some room and brought down by our kicker, Owen Forsman. But
Forsman.
able to pick up the 1st down on the 8-yard rush there is Cherry. He's using his legs, an absolute dual-threat quarterback, and he's making the Hawks pay with his legs in this one.
Yeah, the Hawks definitely have to start containing him, man. He's really busting some big ones right now for Lake City. Avery Cherry's really just between his arm and his legs has been able to keep these T-Wolves in it in the second half. As Peterson runs it up the right side, meets a whole lot of Hawks, including Riley Sachs.
And Will Pede on the play. Will Pede, just a sophomore coming out here, playing some good minutes for the Hawks and contributing well on the defensive side of the ball. He's been in on quite a few of their plays defensively, especially in the second half.
Pete, another one of those just really tough, hard-nosed young guys for Lakeland. Really great pickup there for Lakeland Hawks.
Cherry on 2nd and long. Dropping back, he's got time. He's gonna let one loose, and we got coverage. Picked up by Roan. Reception just as the Timberwolves thought they had something going, and the Lakeland Hawks will take over. There are no flags, and there's with just 5 minutes and 13 seconds left in this one, the Hawks take over with an opportunity to ice this one.
Huge pick there by Roan. Great two-way player, both on the receiving end, and DB end. Gosh, great pick. Really clutch here for the Lakeland Hawks. They really need to get a stop on that down as they were only up by 1 score. They've been in control of this whole game, and Roan makes sure they keep it here with 5:13 left in the game. Lake City's now got to make a quick stop, or their hopes are running short.
Yeah, we see that was we see Roan kind of turn it into a wide receiver there on that play, as you mentioned in the secondary. It was just a nice grab as Lovey Weil is once again just with a head of steam, running downhill, picking up 5, just doesn't stop.
Yeah, it'd be great if the Hawks can just keep on. All right. Sorry about that. But yeah, no, this is exactly what the Hawks need. Is they need to just keep on handing the ball out to Lovey or Ezra right up the trenches, and Clive, and just try to keep this clock moving here. So we got 4:23 and counting. They can just keep on marching down the field. Good long possession to ice this game out is exactly what the doctor ordered. On the flip side of that, Lake City, they'd love to get a turnover, quick 3 and out. Hawks has to be really smart and disciplined right now. Cannot afford a turnover right now in their own territory. 3rd and 2 right here. This is a big one.
Taylor under center here. Went with the hard count, almost got him to jump. Oh, and Lovey Wiles met in the backfield. What a great way to get past the blocker there by Harmon Gaby. Just blowing up the play and putting Lovey Weil in the dirt.
Huge play there by Gaby. Gets the stop for Lake City as they take a timeout to stop the clock. Man, that was huge. That was a big 3rd down. Now Lake City, I'm assuming Lakeland will punt this one away from in their own territory. Lake City will get one more chance here to punch one in the end zone. Their defense is going to have to make one more stop. And here come the Hawks to punt this ball, get one ball away. Ezra Benson will hope to get another great boot deep into the Lake City territory. Obviously, he's punting from his own side here, so we'll see how much of a divot he can make in this Lake City field position. Whoa, umpire takes the fall. Oh, he got up like a champ, though. Ezra, oh, bad snap here for the punt. Oh, man, this could be bad. Ezra Benson pulls out left. Oh, man, he gets taken down exactly what the Hawks didn't need. Now Lake City well into Hawks field position. Look at the ball. Oh, right around the 25 to start this possession. Exactly what the Hawks did not need.
Yeah, just like you mentioned, not what the doctor ordered for this Schroeder's team, but the defense has been stifling in this one, so I think Schroeder's got to have some confidence in his front seven to be able to stop Lake City. And, I think a lot of their offense in this one has been just letting Cherry drop back, and if he doesn't see anyone open, just let him run, and if he does see someone open, let him air it out. So I think they've got to be aware of Cherry's dual threat. The handoff by Peterson, and Peterson is tackled out of bounds after the 6-yard gain.
Yeah, nice carry there by Ike Johnson up the right side. It's all good. For 5 yards here. Lakeland Hawks really just got to get a stop here, you got 20 yards to defend your end zone. 3 minutes and counting here for the Lake City Timberwolves. They're really, really hoping they can punch one in right here.
Avery Cherry in the shotgun, as he has been all game. And a quarterback draw once again. And brought down by a swarm of Hawks. He was first met by Hans Fluid. And we've got a 3rd and manageable here, 3rd and 3. And a flag after the play.
Oh, this could be big.
That's going to be on number 66 of Lake City.
Man, mental mistakes like that can really just cost you in a game like this, especially down here at crunch time when they need to score big. Yeah, Lake City already marching back. And, wow, that is huge. That could be a game changer. Really tough mental breakdown there for 66 from Lake City, but hopefully the Hawks are able to use that and don't let that slip and get this stop here. With 2:47 left in the game, they're hanging on to a 7-point lead. Man, that's got to hurt, though, if you're a Lake City Timberwolf. Turns an easy 3rd and 3 to a much, much more difficult 3rd and 18.
Yikes. And that's not good football. That's not what you want to do when the game's on the line in the end of the 4th quarter. Just undisciplined there from Lake City, as I'm sure he's hearing all about it on the sideline right now. It can't be a good feeling as a player when you're setting your team back about 10 yards. 3rd and 20 here. And Avery Cherry's got to make something happen here with a deep pass. Cherry dropping back.
Hills obviously the night to watch it. Oh, throw over the middle, wide open, but missed. Riley Sachs has his hands on his head. He won't even let that one go by. He knows he should have been there. Got lucky on that one, though.
Just
Tanner Gober not quite able to haul that one in.
just missed his receiver there. It looked like he was somewhat open, but now we've got a 4th and very long for Lake City, and what is going to be one of their last chances at the game. Interesting that they would call a timeout. Interesting there, but I guess they're going for it all right here.
Yeah, right here. This is a really crucial play for Lake City. Not that the game's over if they don't get it necessarily, because the Hawks are going to have to burn 2:37 on that clock.
Well, that's why I would think you'd keep that timeout on the board.
Yeah, that's true. You really want to keep that timeout in your pocket here. But they want to stop the clock, talk about this one. I mean, it's a crucial 4th and 18, but it's 4th and 18, you know? So really hoping the Hawks are able to make a stop here. If not, that's going to be a turning point in this game for Lake City. So you can kind of see where Lake City head coach is coming from here. Brian Hout, first-year head coach here for Lake City. As you really want to dial up a good one on this play. But if Lakeland can make a stop here without that timeout, Lake City might not have a whole lot of ways to stop this clock from just running out and Lakeland finishing up this game, which is what we hope for as Lakeland Hawks.
Yeah, Coach Byron Hout absolutely turning this program around. According to Coach Mike Schroeder, he says this Lake City program is on the up. So, and we've seen that today. Just good coaching, not a lot of mental mistakes apart from that one penalty there, and it's all going to come down to this play right here as Cherry dropping back.
As a man.
The field, throws it deep.
Benson's with him.
And it's caught by Uzdrowski.
Was he inbounds?
And
was.
It's caught by Uzdrowski at the 3.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Ezra Benson had the coverage on him and Uzdrowski hauled it in. Ezra Benson wants a push-off call. He's not going to get it. No flags on the play. And now we got 1st and goal from the 4.
Game-changing play there. I mean, I guess it was a good timeout call there by Coach Hout, able to draw something up that clearly worked. Benson could not believe it. And bang, here's Lake City knocking on the goal line.
Yeah,
1st and goal from the 4.
Benson's still complaining about that one. Maybe it should have been a push-off on Uzdrowski, but, their number 2 versus our number 2. It's coming down to the best here with 2:28 left in this 4th quarter as Cherry takes the snap, hands it off to Ike Johnson, who doesn't get much of anywhere, picks up maybe a yard there. Combo tackle on the play by Peyton Sardinia and Clive Hobbs.
Brings up 2nd and goal from about the 2.5 yard line. Hawks have really got to get a stop here. What'll be interesting will be to see what Lake City does after this touchdown. They failed earlier on a PAT attempt. If they take that attempt again and they miss, Lakeland still has a lead here. However, they might go for 2 to go for the lead here, which would be huge, game-changing at the end of the game here with 1:50 and counting. Right now, the Hawks are just hoping for a stop.
Cherry under center. Looks like they're going to run the ball to Ike Johnson here. No, they hand it off to their fullback. Who doesn't
good
get
stop there by the Lakeland defense.
Brought down is Gabriel Woolenwaber.
2 more downs from the 3 yard line now are the Timberwolves. The Hawks have just got to keep making stops because, like I said, if the Timberwolves are able to score this one and put in a 2-point conversion, this game is all but over with 1:20 and counting right now from here. The Hawks have really just got to make a stop.
After 2 run plays didn't go much of anywhere, I'm curious to see if they will go back to the shotgun formation here and throw the ball, or if they maybe run a play action. But no, looking like
back in the jumbo position. You never know, though. We've seen Cherry roll out multiple times, either take it himself or throw it in. So we got less than a minute now. The toss
sweeps
outright.
to Ike Johnson, who's going to get in. Touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
Ooh. And here it comes, a big decision for Coach Hout. You either go for the PAT, which your team did miss earlier in the game, to tie this game up, or you're going for 2 for the win and all of it. Lakeland needs to stop. 55 seconds left. You get a little bit of time, but really not much on offense here for Lakeland. We'll see. Is Coach Hout calling out the PAT team? I can't even tell right now. I guess we'll see now from Lake City. Man, this is what Friday nights are all about, dude.
Yeah.
Heck of a game. Low scoring. Smash mouth football. And here we go. It's going to come down. Oh, man, I still can't tell if we're kicking this thing or what.
Offense is out on the field.
I don't think so. Here it is. Lake City going for it all. Lakeland Hawks need a stop. 55 seconds left.
Timeout.
And we got a timeout.
Lake City using their final timeout. And the last time they called a timeout, they followed with a touchdown on 4th and 18, or a first down on 4th and 18, a long pass.
Oh, that was a huge play. Absolutely set up this drive, changed the script in this game. Oh, man, this is a big upcoming play. I mean, I'm on pins and needles up here.
Yeah. Not exactly what I was expecting coming into this this fourth quarter, but you know, with a 13-0 lead coming into this quarter, Lakeland's kind of sitting there like, you know, what just happened to us? But you know, they're still in control of this game with a 1-point lead, and they have the ability to get the stop here and put an end to that flame that Lake City started earlier in the quarter, and you know, shut down the momentum, because it's clearly swinging in the direction of the Timberwolves at the moment. But this is going to be a huge play, biggest of the game, with 55 seconds remaining in the game here, 13-12.
2 yards for the game, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. See if the Lakeland Hawks are able to make a stop. We got the student section getting loud for this game-changing play. Like we said, 55 seconds left. None of it matters right now. It's 2 yards
Here it is.
for the game. Backfield is clear. Only Cherry's back there. He might take it himself, as the Hawks defense looks to make a stop.
Dual threat in Cherry here.
And Hill rolls out right. Cherry drops back. He has a man. He overthrows him. He overthrows him.
Let's go!
And the Hawks are able to get the stop. As the sideline for Lakeland goes crazy, the Hawks defense gets one more clutch stop.
And
50.
Ryan Craner, number 99, the difference maker on that play, gets in the face of Cherry. And Ryan Craner may have just given the Hawks their first home victory of the season, as Lake City is out of timeouts. And we will see victory formation here, most likely from the Hawks.
Yeah, we gotta field this kick first, man. We got 55 seconds of ball game to play in a 1-point game.
Here comes the onside
man, you
kick.
hope Lakeland's able to hold on to it. Lake City has a pretty good hands team over there with the receivers, and it was Jarowski and Hill. So we're hoping Lakeland's able to field this one. 55 seconds left, though. Man, game-changing play. This is the stuff that we come out to watch and see under the Friday night lights. Couldn't think of a better introduction to football here to start out this season. Great game for both teams. Lake City absolutely showed out, like you said, and under new head coach Byron Hout. And, man, heck of a game. Really hope Lakeland's able to put this one away, as the hands team is in the front line. We got Riley Sachs, Jaron Yeager, whole bunch of hands guys here at the front.
Terry Davis, Hans Pluid, Ron Riley finishing off the hands team for Lakeland.
And man, this is a big one right here. If Lakeland can hold on to this game, it's just about over. And we got number 3 for Lake City. That's Caden Oxenrider. That's a cool last name. Caden Oxenrider hoping here for the onside kick. We'll see what he can do. Put some magic on the ball, hopefully, for Lake City, as it's their only hope now with 55 seconds left.
And we see Schroeder yelling onto the field. He is not going to let these Hawks not recover this football. They're going to have to.
Here it comes.
The play of the game right here, the onside kick.
And the Hawks fall on it.
And that's the ball game. The Lakeland Hawks coming out left. Here, and they improve.
Bam! Ron Riley lets them know. Hawks ball.
Barring
and there's
anything
the official
spectacular, with this victory formation here, the Lakeland Hawks are going to improve to 2-0. And going back to our keys to the game, Ben, you know, win the trenches, don't commit penalties, and see how Jace Taylor commands the huddle. Well, I would say the only one that the team didn't absolutely execute on is Jace Taylor out there on offense. But, you know, he's been able to keep it composed and not make any big mistakes, and this offense was able to do just enough to pull away with a 1-point victory here, as Taylor's going to kneel on it, and that is going to do it.
Yeah. Wow, great game there by the Lakeland Hawks, facing IEL opponent Lake City, 5A, bigger school. Didn't bother them in the slightest. I think we got to get one more snap off, I think, before this is officially over. But yeah, heck of a game here for the Lakeland Hawks, pulling out the 13-12 victory. Probably a little closer than Mike Schroeder and his squad would have liked, but great to see a win here for the Lakeland Hawks. As we have a flag on the field, false start Lakeland. That's not what you want to see. Could be a whole lot worse. It's still, I mean, once again, barring a fumble here on the snap, we'll be just fine. We do got to get this snap off. We got to get one more kneel in. Wow. Just testament to Mike Schroeder's group, though. Obviously, you give up your second touchdown of the game. Probably got to be a little bit heartbreaking thinking that, you know, it could cost your team the game, but able to make that stop on that two-point conversion was huge with 15 seconds left, and now it is over, ladies and gentlemen. The Lakeland Hawks have defeated the Lake City Timberwolves for the second year in a row, winning 13-12 here at Corbett Field. We'll be right back with a post-game interview from our Liam Bradford here in just a moment.